Hello, good morning. It is actually day 3 of Advent, but I didn't open day 2 yesterday because I was too busy, and so I'm gonna do it now. I just realized as well, yesterday I tried to film it. I don't know what happened to my filming, but this got cut off, so as I was editing and uploading, I couldn't actually show you. This is the Steampunk by Ash and Eve Designs. This is day 1 and it is so beautiful. This has a name, if I can find, here we go. This is Ingenuity. So this one is by Ash and Eve and it is Ingenuity for day 1. Just wanted to correct myself. Alright, let's clear this and then we'll start again for day 2 and day 3 because we're doing both, well, day 2 and day 3 because we're doing both at the same time because I missed it yesterday. So we're gonna go with the Glass House White Christmas. This is cedar leaf and fruit clove. That's how you say it in English. I always admire those podcasters who can do everything so, you know, smoothly, beautifully, calmly. It just looks seamless. And then I'm here and I just can't spell or read. So it already smells amazing. Because it is Glass House, they come in these beautiful containers. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's set some mood. Because I don't trust myself to use a lighter anywhere near the preserved eucalyptus leaves, I'm going to light it here. And we've got enough time that we can sit here and relax with it, and this can just set a beautiful mood. Okay, I am still figuring out exactly how to show all of these and where to put them, how to hang them, if I'm going to hang them. So I don't exactly know how these will be displayed, but for now they're in order. So when I opened the Ash and Eve Steampunk Advent, there was this. So there is a pattern that is designed by Kathy of Ash and Eve, of Whatnot. And then I thought these were from Ash and Eve or Whatnot. They're actually from 1121 Windmills. So I'm going to open them now and then show you what I've got. Okay, so first up we have a key. I'm sure this will all make sense. Oh, it's a pen! It's a pen, guys. You don't understand. My life is like, I love pens. This is so cool. Oh, thank you. This is amazing. Okay, I need to calm. These ones are, oh, they're like little studs. So you obviously, they're pieces and they go together. I thought there was only one of these, that's why I was getting really confused, but there's 2. So they're little studs to go together to be able to hold in these designer tags. So this is the Steampunk Advent 2022 tags, which is awesome. So if I use the Advents in a particular project, I can put all of these together. Still holding the pen, it's just so cool. And this is, I feel like it's gonna spill out if I'm not careful. There's something in here. Oh, it's a needle case for your darning and weaving and ends needles. This is amazing. I keep losing my needle case. I have like a horrible pink purple plastic one. So having something like this where it's beautiful means that I'm going to keep an eye on it and know exactly where it is. So these are just stunning. Thank you so much. All right, let's get on to the Advent. Let's open. So I'm going to do all of them in day 2, then I'm going to go back and do all of them in day 3. So day 2 for Ash and Eve Steampunk. How do I open them? Because I screwed it up yesterday. Not yesterday, day 1. You know what I mean. Oh, there is stuff in here, guys. So this is day 2. I love this tweed. Oh, this is fun. This one is called Momentum. Look at that colour. I would have an entire like jumper out of this. This is stunning. And then we also have more. The trio cords in your tin come in 3 pieces to make trying on a garment during the knitting process easier. There are 2 75cm for sleeves and 1 150cm for body. Simply slip the tubing ends onto your needle tips and slide your stitches as required. These stitches are also ideal for putting stitches on hold instead of using waste yarn. Oh, this is amazing. Thank you so much. And we've decorated the tin with a steampunk theme. And inside are the cords. These are great. I love these. And if you've been watching my YouTube channel regularly, you know I keep using these as an excuse to go buy lots of yarn from the yarn bowl. So it's nice because I need to start saving some money. So it's nice that I have these now. Okay, advent number 2, and this is from Daffodil Road Yarns. I know that this colour is strawberry for day 2. So you've got Tayberry day 1 and then strawberry day 2. Advent number 3 is Wool and Works in her Adventure West Coast Wanderer advent. We have this beautiful golden yellow orange colour. So that's day 1 and this is day 2. For Wanderlust by Ash and Eve Design, sorry, not Ash and Eve, by Olivia and Oliver Fibers. This is the inspiration picture, and then this is the yarn, and it is, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So this one is Shiraz. The Nazir Ulk Mosque, the Nazir Ul Mulk Mosque, also known as the Pink Mosque, is the traditional mosque in Shiraz, Iran. Shiraz is known as the city of poets, literature and flowers. It is also considered by many Iranians to be the city of gardens due to the presence of many gardens and fruit trees that can be seen throughout the city. This is stunning. And Circus Tonic. This is day 2. It's really interesting to go from this colour day 1 to this colour day 2. I find that a really interesting combination. Still not done for day 2 because we've got Botanical and we have the stitch marker calendar. So I'm going to reach for this one. No, I'm going to do the Botanical one first. Okay, so this is day 1 inside here. And day 2 is a beautiful teal colour that is a lighter teal than the day 1 teal. So that's a really pretty colour. These are so stunning. I'm going to leave them in there because that way I know what they're displayed as and then I know what days I've done. And day 2 of the Firefly Notes advent calendar for stitch markers is a little button. Can you see? There we go. Alright, let's go back the other way. I'm going to do them backwards, so I'm just going to go day 3. Oh, it's a little peg. That's so cute. Just a little peg there. So we've got, I said a bobbin. I said a thimble. I meant a bobbin, or like, yeah, a bobbin of yarn. And it says silk cord, a button, a peg. This is so cute. Again, even lighter. We're obviously starting to have a bit of a theme, a bit of a fade going on. Just trying to make sure that you can, yes, you can. So, I mean, they're in the shadow, but you can still see that fade happening. Circus Tonic. Okay, day 3 is this really beautiful purple. And we have Warm Spicy Tea. What is this one? Apple, hibiscus, orange, rosehip, star anise, cinnamon, cloves, pimento, cornflowers. Fun. Very nice tea. So these are the day 3, or the 3 days. Where am I? There we go. So we've got day 1, 2, and 3 so far from Circus Tonic. This is really interesting because they don't follow a fade or they're not following a predicted pattern. So I'm really enjoying the fact that I have no idea what's going to be happening with these. Day 3 of Wanderlust. That is, oh man, just wow. So this is James Price Point. I was thinking, okay, I'll read it to you. James Price Point is located in Western Australia. The location offers a free campsite with incredible mix of red cliffs, white sands, and magnificent views over the Indian Ocean. In 2017, paleontologists identified footsteps from 21 different types of dinosaurs along a 25 coastal stretch from James Price Point. The tracks are at least 90 million years old. When I was in Broome visiting my little sister a few years ago, I went to some markets and there was a photographer and he was selling some of his prints and these were featured, these beautiful overhanging cliffs. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, that looks like some of the prints I've got from Western Australia. It is. Oh, I love when I feel represented on a world stage. Like this is super exciting. So we've got days 1, 2, and 3 from Wanderlust. Let's open Chloe of Woolen Works. Ooh, I feel like this is very different for Chloe. I feel like this isn't her normal and it's really interesting. This is like an orange with green speckles and it's just something that I haven't seen her do before. We're going to go Daffodil Road. So I'm going to take a seat. Damn guys, it's so hot. It's summer. And we've recognised that it's summer and oh my lord. Getting ready for the ballet. I think by now I would have shown you a Get Ready With Me, how I made my choices of what to wear. I'm a winter girl. I'm all about winter and this is too hot. So that's day 3 and what I'm using to fan myself is the colour card and this is Dewberry. Now, I watched a TikTok of an Australian in America and she was saying that some of her common pronunciation errors lead to some pretty significant mistakes and one of them is the word dew. So either dew as in like what has fallen on the grass overnight, like when it's wet, so that's dew, or when something is due, like there's a deadline. So I say them dew and the Americans pronounce it with a hard D, so it's dew, like it's due at this time or there's dew on the ground. But in Australia, we say dew, like the nationality, unfortunately. And so I'm not being anti-Semitic. This is not a berry made out of people. This is dewberry or dewberry. I just thought that was such an interesting take on language because I've never had this issue before. So again, you can really see that fade starting to come through. And we're going to go for day 3 of Ash and Eve of the Steampunk. Oh. This one is the colorway Industrial. Again, I just love it. I just think it's so much fun. And that is a real color scheme. You can really see them. I'll hold them up. I feel like even though they're very different, like obviously they're different bases. Where are we? Even though they're very different bases, this is day 1, this is day 2 on that Tweety, and this is day 3. They just flow so nicely together. They're really stunning. Oops. Okay, let's come a bit closer, fan myself, and have a bit of a chat. So, actually let's get some knitting so I can chat with you properly. Okay, a few bits and pieces. First of all, I am working on a brioche cowl for my grandma. She would hate that I call her my grandma, so from here on out I'm going to call her my Vatsamama because that is the Latvian name for grandma. I am using Mel of Three Cats Yarn in the Vineyard and Dusky Aubergine. And I am making her a brioche cowl with a bit of a twist. So I was thinking, how can I play around with brioche? How can I make this a little bit interesting? And I decided, where are we? Here we are. I decided to try and do some slipped stitches as well and just see what we can do. So on the inside you've got the floats. I'm not sure if I'm going to catch them or not. I might even go back through and just sew them in pieces together. I don't really know yet exactly how that's going to work, but I've got this because I would like this to be reversible. That would be the end goal. I do have this. It is now probably almost a decent length for if I wanted to stop. I don't want to stop. I want to keep going. I would like to use up all of the yarn and really make this a proper cowl for my grandmother. I think it's so pretty. I really like this. And it kind of cinches it in as well. So it means that you've got this, maybe if she needs it to be tighter to her mouth, if she's going out in public and maybe forgets a mask. Or if she wants it tighter to her chest, and then it can be a bit looser and it can just drape nicely. So I really like the versatility of this. I love brioche so very much. So this is a cowl. It's too damn hot. Oh Lord. Oh goodness. So when I was talking about putting a lifeline in, I'm just going to fan myself as I talk. I was talking about putting in a lifeline before I started the new section, which was that slip stitch knitting, because I'm just so scared what if it doesn't work out. As I was first doing it, I was a bit like, oh, I don't know if I like this. So I am really glad I had the lifeline in, even if I could just have that opportunity to rip it out if I didn't like it. Now I do, but it did take a couple of rounds to really make the repeat form. So what I did, I was trying to think about what yarn I could put in as a lifeline that would help me still see the whole picture. So I didn't want to put in something like black because then I feel like that would be a really distinct line through it. And I wanted to be able to enjoy what was happening without feeling confused or lost or distracted. So I remembered a fantastic tip that I once got, which was to put in dental floss. Because this is, it's got like a coating on it and it's like a weird, is it mercerized cotton? I don't know, it's a weird thing. And basically it doesn't hold on to other stitches. So you can put this in on anything. You can put this in mohair, you could put this in silk, you could put this in every single fiber, and it doesn't hold on to or catch onto those other fibers. So when you pull it out, it's really easy to remove. Like it moves so easily instead of having something else that might catch on these. And then especially in brioche, you do want that tension to be nice and consistent. So I was knitting with a little thing of dental floss and just waiting until I could get up to the point where I wanted to start changing the design. And I'm so happy because it's worked out super well. You can see it when you're up nice and close, but from a distance you can barely tell. And it makes me really happy. So that is my top knitting tip for today. Use dental floss when you need a lifeline. Also cheap, easy, and you know, you should always have it on you, like in your house. What have I done? There we go. The second thing I am working on is the sock. I got a fair bit done at the show last night at 6 with some friends. So my beautiful friend Penny came and picked us up. So she picked me up first and then we were just chatting in the car, drove to Nick's, picked up Nick, and then went to dinner at Market & Co. and then watched the musical. If you watched yesterday's vlogmas already, which probably would make sense because this is day 3 and that was day 2, then you will see that I kind of have a falling in love moment with Kiana Danielle, who is the most talented most incredible actress I've ever seen in my life. So about the knitting first, I didn't have a stitch marker on me, so I just grabbed some of the ends from the heel and I chucked them in just so it would be like a rough little moment. I do have to say, working in rib is pretty easy because you can feel it with your fingers. However, I was getting too excited by the music, and so there was a couple of times where I had to tink back, kind of like trying to use the show lights, and yeah, it was a little bit distracting, but apart from that, it was totally fine. And I'm really proud of the progress that I made in the dark. So I'm going to take these with me to the ballet that Mum and I are going to this afternoon. And I will be, again, knitting in the dark using these. But the goal is to get these socks done very quickly. So 6. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. If you have not seen it, you need to. If you... it was amazing. So I'm pretty sure Kiana Danielle is the main person and she's been touring all around Australia. And yeah, she was just phenomenal. So I was trying to explain it to Mum and I was like, you know, when you watch someone and they are just doing such a fantastic job at whatever it is and it lights them up so much. They have so much joy doing it and they have so much passion and so much just vibrance and fun. And she was amazing in character, and the character was obviously like she fit into it really well. But even I feel like there was moments where I saw her kind of maybe, you know, when she was a backing dancer or she had to like interact with someone else, like walk across the stage, she just beamed and she just had this light that just shone and she was so infectious and irresistible and amazing to watch. And I was so in awe. I could not keep my eyes off her. She's clearly a dancer as well, just the way that she moves. I am not, so I'm always jealous of someone who is. And it was just phenomenal. Wow. I haven't been that excited by watching someone on stage. Like, honestly, I would buy tickets again today to go see it tonight just to watch her again because she was so irresistible and infectious as she did it. Like, it's so much fun to watch someone do something that they're clearly so good at and that they enjoy so much that they bring their best energy and it brings out the best energy of everyone else around them. And, oh, just fantastic. If you can't tell, kind of loved it a little bit. So that was the musical last night, and then I came home and went straight to sleep because I was exhausted, and then slept in this morning, which was lovely. I also managed to hand in my university assessment. I did not know that I would be able to get it done in time because this unit hasn't been my best, and I'm not really happy with the results that I did. Yeah, I'm not really happy with the work that I put in, but also I feel like I wasn't very happy with the explanations and the way that I was instructed to do things. The lecturer herself was incredible, had such a passion for the topic, but I just don't think the instructions were very clear because it's such a broad and abstract idea. So I did really struggle with it. Yeah, and so I'm not really happy with the result that I created, and I'm not going to be happy with the results that I get because I just know that I could have done better. But at the same time, I was doing my uni assessment while I was in the middle of reporting and marking for work, and a few other really interesting work events happened, and so there's been a lot going on, and I did the best that I could. So I can't really be too upset because it was the best that I could, but I could have done better. Yeah, and then, the other thing. I talked about how I really wanted my Advent project to be making the jacket using Knit or Die Oz 2021, the Advent that she created. However, I started on the 30th of November, so the day before Advent started. I was like, right, I'm going to go around, I'm going to get everything ready, I'm going to just put everything together, I'm going to prepare. And I was like, okay, so let me put my Advent knitting in like a special place. And then I'm like, where is it? I turned everything I've got upside down to try and find it. And then I remembered it was in my car that got stolen. So I reached out and I just said, hey, I'm so sorry. Is there any way that you could make these again for me? I'm happy to buy the full skein, whatever you need. I know that some dyers do keep notes of their like minis that they do for Advent. Some don't. And so I was just really like banking on a prayer. And she's amazing. She got back to me and said, yes, she's so happy to have a look at it and see what she can do. And yeah, I'm just so grateful because I really, really, really want this jacket. It's going to be amazing. And I really didn't want my car stolen because that sucked. So it's just one of those extra things that happen, which is less fun. But I am repurposing my Advent plans, my Advent mojo, because now I am done with work. Well, I've got 2 weeks of work to go, but we're doing like careers stuff, like, you know, a careers focused look at what they would like to do. And it's a lot more online. It's really self-directed. And so all I have to do is kind of facilitate rather than actively teach, which is quite nice because I've done 38 weeks of active teaching and I'm tired. So it would be lovely just to relax and just enjoy the kids and chat with them and genuinely have like full-on conversations about like, who are you and where do you want to go to, instead of write this down, do this work. You know, I appreciate when I can actually just be myself with the kids instead of this authoritarian commander. So now that I've got a bit more mojo back, my new goal is to finish off my MCAL. I would love to have my MCAL finished by the end of Christmas. And so that is going to be my new focus. So obviously I've got this sock here that I am actively trying to work on. I'm on the leg. I hate the leg, but it's got a finish line. When I finish the leg, it's done. And then all I've got to do is weave and ends and I'm finished. So that'll be almost done. And then I'm going to, yeah, smash out the MCAL and see if I can do that. And I still would like to do the heels, toes and cuffs of the socks that Maddie of Mad About You cranked for me. And yeah, so that's my goal, to get all of that finished by Christmas. And I think it's pretty achievable, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, that's my new plan. It really sucks about the Advent being in my stolen car, but we will live with it and see how we go. So it's been half an hour of chat and Advents, and then you're going to see my decision-making process as I try and figure out what to wear to go to the ballet tonight. So I will leave it here. I will edit this now. I will hopefully upload it very nicely and very quickly, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to go to some Christmas markets with one of my best friends, and I'll take you along to have a look. I'll see you soon. Bye!